This is our fucking city.
He just shook up the world.
I don't even know where you're sitting at.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, Rylan Fonte here with Taking Dish Sports. Don't forget, we're not only the guys that watch these sports, but we analyze them. So today, we're actually going to be covering two different sports, but they're both combat sports. We're going to first start covering UFC Fight Night 157, and then following it up with the Vasyl Lomachenko fight against Luke Campbell. Both events were amazing, so we're going to go ahead and start off with the UFC event. Listen, this main event, I'm only going to cover the main event because, honestly, this was the only fight that intrigued me, because the title was on the line, and I wasn't too happy that Jessica Andrade beat Rose Namajunas. To me, she was my favorite female fighter that there was in the UFC. Obviously, there's a few others out there that are amazing, but I really like the talent that Rose had. I thought she was winning that fight against Jessica, and it was unfortunate that the slam happens. Whatever, Jessica ends up winning this title, right? So, I actually hadn't seen the Chinese fighter fight before. I know she had the 19 wins in a row, but there wasn't that much noise going around her. And having the number 6 contender for the title go against the champion, I don't think it was fair to fighters like Joanna and Michelle Waterson. But we'll get to that in a second. So the fight starts, and you know what? I like what Zhang was doing from the jump. She was using that front leg kick, right? What was she utilizing the leg kick? I always say it because Jessica Andrade has a lot of power. So she can't plant that front leg to generate a lot of power. She comes out with about 4 leg kicks right in the beginning. And I'm like, oh, all right. I like what I'm seeing. I like her speed. I like her movement. Everything was on point. Jessica Andrade gets mad. So did how Jose Aldo got mad at Conor McGregor right away. What does she do? She opens up. Just like Jessica likes to do, she's bull rushing forward. Problem is when you're opening up, what happens? You're susceptible for a counter, and that's exactly what Zhang Weili did. She caught her with a straight right hand that wobbled her, and as soon as she wobbled her, man, she went for the kill like I haven't seen a female fighter do in a long time. She was able to hit her with a few hooks, a few elbows, got that Muay Thai clinch, and was actually hitting her a lot to the body head. But I believe that the body work was what drained Andrade. She didn't see it coming at all. She tries to retreat, and there goes Zhang. She lands another clean straight right that drops Jessica right in the tracks. Two punches, ground and pound, and there goes the fight. I was extremely impressed with what I saw. I can't wait to see this female fighter again. There was 2 female fighters that I had mentioned prior to covering this short event, right? Because it was only 42 seconds, so that's what you're going to get, unfortunately. Joanna and also Michelle Waterson, the Karate Hottie. Karate Hottie is probably one of the most popular, if not the most popular, non-champion female fighter in the UFC. I thought that she deserved to get the title opportunity against Jessica before this fight even happened. But you know what? Joanna was the longest reigning champion in that division, in the strawweight division, up until she got knocked out by Rose and then lost the unanimous decision against Rose. So I only think it's fair that Joanna gets her title shot if she beats Michelle Waterson. That's why I think that this will be an awesome fight now that they know that there's a new champion there. And, Joanna's going to be licking her chops trying to get that title again. And Michelle Waterson, it's an opportunity of a lifetime. She's been on a killer winning streak. So I think it'll be the greatest opportunity to have those 2 females fight for the title once again. But with that being said, listen, we're actually going to take a break now. I know, like I said, it's short-lived, but it was a short fight. So after this break, we're actually going to cover the Luke Campbell against Vasyl Lomachenko fight for the WBC title in the lightweight division. Hey guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell button for more notifications. So with that being said, we're going to move on to the boxing event. Luke Campbell featuring the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world in Vasyl Lomachenko for the WBC Lightweight Championship. This was a hell of a fight. You have 2 gold Olympic medalists going at it in one fight. I know Luke Campbell had 2 losses in his record, one of them being a similar opponent to Vasyl Lomachenko. But you know what? It was a great fight. I thought that Vasyl Lomachenko was going to be able to just straight dominate this fight. There was a lot of people that had Lomachenko obviously winning this fight because of all the tools that he has coming in. Luke Campbell, he's very standard. Yes, he is a good boxer, but he's fighting one of the greatest fighters of all time, once in a generation type of fighter. So we're actually going to start off in round 1. Listen, I thought Luke Campbell did a great job in this first round. he was doing a good job in staying on the outside, actually keeping the distance, using his range. He's the bigger guy out of the two. Lomachenko's a very small 140-pounder, so he was being smart, staying on the outside, using his jab, not allowing Vasyl Lomachenko to really get on the inside. Lomachenko wasn't really utilizing a lot of his offense. He was really calculating. All right, let me find the range. Let me get on the inside. Let me move. Let me see if my pivots work. Problem is, you have a southpaw against a southpaw, and Lomachenko's usually fighting orthodox fighters, so those pivots weren't really working for him. Late in the first round, you have Campbell that actually lands 2 left hands, and one of them seemed to stun Lomachenko. So I was actually surprised that Campbell was able to set his foot down early. But it was a really, really good thing that he was able to do that, because we all know when Lomachenko smells blood, he goes for the kill, right? But that did not happen. Like I said, I gave Luke Campbell that first round because he was able to hurt Lomachenko and catch him clean with two straight left hands. In the second round, Lomachenko was pushing the pace a little more. You know, you can already see he's making the adjustments. He's moving around. But again, it was another round where Lomachenko was struggling to get on the inside. He couldn't really figure out how to get on the inside of Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell was going to the body a lot, and I love the body work. Not many fighters are able to go to the body against Lomachenko because they're so worried about the counterpunch coming back. But Lomachenko was starting to utilize his own jab to the body. But again, it was a shaky round. Well, at least for Lomachenko, how we typically see him. But I would say that was a round that if you're going to give Lomachenko, that was it. So it could be 1-1, 2-0 Campbell at this point. And we'll talk about the judges' scorecards after. But in my opinion, I had Luke Campbell and Lomachenko 1-1 after the second round. In the third round is where things start to change. You see that Lomachenko landed his best shot of the night, which was that straight left. And like I said, it was real difficult for him to figure out how he's going to get on the inside. So it was impressive that he was finally able to find an opening. And it was because Luke Campbell was utilizing that jab. And when he goes to the body, what happens? His face is exposed. So Lomachenko steps forward and hits him with a clean left hand. And that by far was the best punch of the fight for Lomachenko. Luke Campbell, like I said, continued to do great job going downstairs to the body. But another round that Lomachenko, I thought, landed the cleaner punches, so he was able to end up with the round at the end of the day. Fourth round comes up, and again, it's really, really similar to the rest of the rounds. Luke Campbell keeping his range. Lomachenko trying to figure out how to stay on the outside. But again, not really an eventful round. In the fifth round, there was a great thing. Lomachenko was actually able to hurt Campbell with a straight left. And you could see that Campbell was wobbling. But Lomachenko is a smart guy. This is where he's different from a lot of other fighters, right? If you get a fighter hurt to the head, what do most people do? Oh, they go right back to the spot that they hurt him in, right? Lomachenko is really, really smart. He goes to the body because he understands that Campbell is going to be blocking his head. So Lomachenko starts going downstairs to the body. With about 5 seconds left in the round, you see that Luke Campbell now was hurt to the body. And on that last shot that Lomachenko caught Campbell in, Campbell was in a lot of trouble. He took a deep breather. When he went back to his corner, you could tell he was having a tough time recovering. But in the sixth round, Luke Campbell shows why he's experienced, why he deserves to be in this title fight. He actually comes back really, really well. Again, utilizing the exact same thing. He stays on the outside. He stays at range, utilizes his jab, is circling around, not allowing Lomachenko to cut off the ring. And this allows him to get enough recovering time, because you could see in the beginning of the round, Vasyl Lomachenko is actually doing a good job pushing forward because he wants to see whether Luke Campbell is recovered or not, right? But that's the end of the round. Lomachenko wins another round there. Seventh round has to be my favorite round of the fight. Who wouldn't say that's the best round of the fight, right? You have Lomachenko, spoiler alert, gets hurt. Luke Campbell gets hurt as well. So this is how it actually happened. Luke Campbell, again, was retrieving. And you have Lomachenko that's really, really pushing the pace. And Luke Campbell eventually catches Lomachenko coming in with a straight left and catches him with another left. That you can see Lomachenko staggered. He's on the ropes, and Luke Campbell's trying to go for the kill. But what does Lomachenko do? He's a veteran. He sees that Luke Campbell's trying to throw that straight left. So what is open, right? The right hook. They're both southpaws. So therefore, bang, he gets hit with a right hook, and then another right hook to follow after by Lomachenko. Again, starts going to the body, level changes, body, head, changing it every second, not letting Campbell breathe. Lomachenko wasn't recovered at this point, but I felt like he bit down on the mouthpiece and did enough to win that round. Yes, he got hurt, but he was able to land the cleaner shots, hurt Campbell and actually come back and win that round. If not, Campbell would have taken that round. 8th round was another crazy round. It was actually too crazy to score just watching it the first time. But the second time, you could see it was similar work. Luke Campbell's like, all right, I was able to hurt my opponent. So he got a little bit of confidence, started going to the body a lot, started throwing to the head more often. Vasyl Lomachenko, same thing. He's like, I need to gain my respect again. My opponent thinks that he can knock me out. That's not going to happen. So Lomachenko, you can see that he's pivoting. He's using the footwork that confuses a lot of fighters. Here's the difference, though. Because it's a southpaw, he can't pivot around that foot, right? That Lomachenko typically does. He typically will step to his right side, turn the boxer over, and start landing the left hook. He can't do that this time because Luke Campbell's right foot is to his left. So if he tries to pivot, he's not going to be able to do the exact same thing. Yes, he could move to the left side, but it won't be to generate the left hook, which is his power hand, right? If he's standing in a southpaw stance. So 9th round comes around, and it's another back and forth fight. It's impressive that Luke Campbell was able to stay this long and actually recover. I thought that he wasn't going to be able to make it out of the 6th. And then again, after being badly hurt in the 7th round, I did not think that he was going to be able to get out of the 8th round. But there you go. 10th round starts. And you know what? It was minimal damage. Both guys did a lot of work in that 8th and 9th round, even the 7th round. So you can see both fighters are catching breathers. But at this point, Lomachenko starts picking the pace up again, starts landing the cleaner shots. And yes, Luke Campbell is going to the body, how I continuously keep telling you guys, because that was the name of the fight there. In the 11th round, before the round started, I thought it was a closer fight than what it really was. I thought that Campbell maybe was down, 1 or 2 rounds. But Lomachenko shows what it means to be a true champion. Championship rounds around 11 and 12, and he goes out there and performs by dropping Luke Campbell with a 4-point punch combo. He goes with the 2, then the 1 to the body, then the 2, then the 1 to the head. Following that up with a lot of body work. And with that, he was able to succeed and actually drop Campbell, because Campbell, you could see that he was badly hurt to the body. And it was because of that first straight left hand that Lomachenko was able to land right in the rib cage. You could break a rib hitting a man that clean. But Luke Campbell showed his toughness. He was able to, again, withstand the punishment in that 11th round and then come back in the 12th round. Lomachenko dominates this round, but Luke Campbell is able to finish. Now, the finish, okay, Lomachenko won that fight. Absolutely. There's no guarantee after the 11th and the 12th. But I think it's demoralizing to a fighter to hear unanimous decision 119, 109, and then 118. That means you only won 1 or 2 rounds in the eyes of the judges. I thought Luke Campbell did enough body work to win more than 1 or 2 rounds. Maybe 3 or 4 rounds. Who knows? But in that sense, I feel like Luke Campbell deserved a little bit more credit because of how well he was able to do. Vasyl Lomachenko admitted it. He got hurt in this fight. He had to really dig deep and was having trouble finding the range. I did not think that he looked like the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. I might give that chance right now to Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford or Canelo Alvarez right now, because like I said, I didn't like the performance that I saw by Vasyl Lomachenko. But with all that being said, he gets his 3rd title. He gets the WBC title. Now he's going to wait for the next title to be the first fighter since Pernell Whitaker to unify all 4 major titles in the lightweight division. So we'll see what happens in December. Once that happens, Vasyl Lomachenko has the opportunity to be the first man in a very long time to do it. So with that actually covers the boxing event that happened last Saturday. I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget, guys, we're not only the guys that watch these sports, but we analyze them. Here with your boy Raul Infante here on Taking This Sports.